Hey guys, my name is Steve and welcome back to FOOTY.COM. I've been joined by Phil Delves, our resident kit expert, and today we're reviewing yet another 2019-20 season kit. And this time it's Dortmund. They were meant to be champions, but at least they've got a new kit to celebrate instead. They definitely can't win it now, is that right?
I think they might be able to with a very unlikely shit.
It's probably not going to happen. But if you don't know, basically on FOOTY.COM's YouTube channel where you're watching now, of course, and we review all the newest kits from next season. So if you're a big fan of football shirt culture, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get to see all the new kits and disagree or agree with our reviews every single day. And now we're going to go look a little bit closer at Dortmund's new one from PUMA. Phil, what is your initial thoughts on this then?
I like this kit a lot. I think there's probably just one or two things I'd like to see different, but actually, as a whole, really...
You sound positive about it.
Really positive, yeah. And I think it's one of those kits which I wasn't sure when some of the leaks were going around, and I thought, this might be a little bit underwhelming, but actually the end result I think is good. A couple of interesting things to note about this kit as well. So,
what's
I think the first thing is that Puma seem to be establishing a particular style for their kit. So most of their designs, or the ones that have come out so far, have got this kind of section on the top, kind of shoulder area.
Yes, it looks like a template, doesn't it?
It looks like, that's going to be their base style. But what I like about this, what we're seeing, is that from the leaks that we've seen, we're going to have some variation in that. Sometimes that'll be with a pattern, sometimes that'll be plain. And the rest of the shirt is going to have some variation. So I think that's a good thing. There's some potential there.
Yeah, what I like about this shirt personally is it shows that a simple shirt can be nice from a very simple little aesthetic choice, i.e. the shoulders there. Because it's not a complex shirt in any shape or form, really, is it? It's like... not much going on. It's just their colours.
It is, yeah.
Not much no pattern on the shirt, so it's just a raglan sleeves.
I don't know. I was trying to find out information about the pattern itself. There wasn't much on the press release. It just said that it was a sort of modern mash-up graphic, which is quite vague.
This is their 110th year anniversary for Dortmund, so it apparently has traditional and modern elements mixed into it to celebrate it, whatever that means. It's just history exists, obviously, it influences shirts, of course.
And I was quite surprised because usually, and if going into this year with it being the anniversary, albeit not a big anniversary, but still, it's interesting that they've gone for this. I would say as a whole it's relatively modern, so I don't particularly see that, apart from the fact it's yellow. And
to me, when I think of Dortmund classic kits, I don't think of anything like this. I think of the Dortmund size that had likes of Lars Ricken and all that kind of stuff.
Indeed, with more of the stripes.
All that kind of stuff in it. But to me, this doesn't make me think of that at all. So I feel like they've just said that because it's an important thing. And they don't actually mean it.
But the other thing which is really interesting, and a few people rightly pointed this out on Twitter, is that the back of the shirt has a very interesting section. Now, this is if you get into the detail. It looks a lot like a Nike shirt, and that's because you've got this. You see
the back there,
back strip, and that's a really interesting sort of imitation. And I can only guess that there's some sort of functional aspect to that as well as the look of it, because it looks a bit like a rip-off of the Nike.
It does.
template.
It looks like the back of that, doesn't it?
Yeah, very much. The vape in it template is same in the England shirt, and it's interesting that Puma seem to have copied that. Now, obviously, I don't know
why would they? Because it doesn't even need it. It's so strange.
Well, it's interesting. I haven't seen anything about it from Puma. As I say, one thing I do like is that if you look at the inside neck, they've got a bit of detail in there. So I quite like that little usage of it.
That apparently says something. It says
it does.
110 years, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Forever Borussia Dortmund. I'm not trying to read it in German, but that's apparently what it says, which is nice. I like the little bits of detail like that. It's always good. Once again, going back to the shirt in general, for me, it's quite a simple shirt. It's just the shoulders, isn't it? And the shoulders make it pop, and it's a nice little template. I've seen little bits of rumours of Manchester City's kit for next season in general, and it looks like this is a template, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Different though, allegedly, but still, I think it's calling bits, isn't it?
I do like that. I would like to see that pattern a bit more, kind of the full area of the sleeves. That's kind of getting a bit picky there, just because I think it's quite interesting. It would have been nice to see that a bit more. Other small things as well, and again, we're getting to the finer details. I know they've had a kind of red or dark red sponsor for a while, but it would be nice to see that in black. It just kind of stands out a bit too much. If we kind of get, to make it a really good shirt. But completely agree, and I think this is a really smart shirt. It could have easily
been black there, couldn't it?
And that actually on the goalkeeper kits, which are really good, by the way, the sponsor is in white.
I haven't got a picture of them anywhere, but are they anywhere I can see quickly?
My Twitter.
Phil's Twitter is where you want to find.
I really enjoyed the goalkeeper kits. It's a small thing, but we talked about...
a very quick look at them. Go on, you were saying...
Well, we talked about Liverpool's goalkeeper kit. I like it. Yeah, quite.
I mean, they're technically not nice, but they are nice at the same time.
Yeah, no, they're very much out there. But yeah, they're a bit different.
So is there anything you'd change about this kit? Anything that knocks it down, maybe? To me, actually, it's probably the back of the neck. I think it's very cheap, really.
Yeah, I don't mind that, but I think it would be a bit more of the pattern and a black sponsor. That's probably the two main things.
We've not actually really talked about the pattern on the shoulder much, really, but it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, and I was trying to find out information about it. Someone pointed out quite rightly that, or I say quite rightly, what looked quite rightly like a sort of like a European, even Eastern European inspired kind of pattern. Yeah. To me, it reminded me a lot of some of Puma's African kits, so the Cameroon kit. They were doing this sort of thing a couple of years ago. Whatever it is, I think it's good. Even the way the Puma logo sits in really nice. So I think there's a lot to like about this kit.
It's a good shirt, this one, isn't it? Essentially, now if you don't know, we've been reviewing all the shirts, and basically Phil's been giving him the scores, and I'm just trying to find my list of scores right now. But Phil, I want you to start thinking about a score for this one, because basically so far the best one we've had so far this season is Liverpool's goalkeeper kit. Whereas the scores that I've got, I've lost them all. I hope I've not deleted them all. Anyway, essentially Liverpool's goalkeeper kit had 85. Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got a Chelsea with 83, Liverpool's home kit with 81. Where does this one sit for you?
This one, I think, is interesting. You mentioned both Chelsea and Liverpool. I think this is pretty much bang in the middle. And by that, I mean, you've got elements of the kind of the flamboyancy of the Chelsea kit, obviously restricted to the pattern. But then with the Liverpool, it's much more underrated. Much more understated. Yeah. Thank you, not underrated. This one, I think, it's creeping into the 80s. I'm going to probably give it an 80. I think just because.
So not about Liverpool. Says the Liverpool fan.
Yeah, no, I just think.
I think it's nice in the Liverpool one.
Yeah,
I think it is personally, but I can see why you go for 80.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably being a bit harsh, but no, I'll stick to my guns on the 80. I think looking at this list as it's beginning to form. I feel generally pretty happy, but really we need more kits to sort of get a picture. But
that's the thing. You're going to want to reassess some of your scores. When you see
I think there'll be. Yeah, we'll maybe have to do a video sometime in the summer, perhaps. Kind of the biggest, because these are first impressions, and these videos are.
The way I feel about this kit is that the shoulders are just more interesting than anything on the Liverpool.
Well, you know what I like actually, that shot you've got there, Sancho. It really shows off the best thing about the kit, because you see the pattern. Whereas I think on some of the other shots where you see. Say the retail shots, it's perhaps a bit less exciting, but that's often the case, isn't it? When it's on the players and it's nicely done.
It's a solid shirt then, and a very good effort from Puma. Looking forward to seeing more, or is it Puma? As apparently as you say over in certain places. I'm saying Puma though because I'm too embarrassed to say otherwise. In general though, let us know what you make of this shirt. Don't forget as well to check out our other reviews. So far we've done Liverpool, we've done Chelsea, we've done Bournemouth. We're going to do all the Premier League shirts. We've done Corinthians in South America. We've done who else have we done? Rangers and Celtic so far. We've done Juventus. It's getting longer and longer, but we're going to try and cover all the good ones for you, and all the Premier League ones and the major ones in the Bundesliga as well. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you're a big fan of football shirts and football in general, and we'll see you very, very soon. My name is Stephen, this is Phil, in a bit.